Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this?
Hi everybody, it's Doreen, and today I'm back with a birthday card, but this is going to be a little different card. This is going to be a Scallop Box Card. So what does our card look like? This is the card that we will be making. And as you can see, it looks just like an ordinary card, but when we remove the belly band, it opens up into a box. So come on and join me, and I'm going to show you how I made this card. Okay everybody, so before we get started making our card, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to lay it out on your mat. So now I'm already in my library for my Silhouette Designer Edition software, but you don't have to have the Designer Edition to make this card because this is off the Silhouette Studio website. So I have a folder out there that I have placed several cards that I have purchased from the Silhouette store. So the card that we're going to be making is the 3D Samantha Walker Open Scallop Box Card. And I'm going to also give you that item number to purchase on the website. It is design number 42027. So we're just going to go ahead and double click on this, and as you can see, it has opened up and laid it on our mat. So now we're going to keep it at the size that it already is. So what I want to do here is I want to go ahead and ungroup this because we're going to be cutting this out in different colors. So I'm going to just right click after I've selected my card, and I'm going to click ungroup. So now everything should be ungrouped, and we can move it around on our mat however we want. So the other thing I want to do is go ahead and reveal my mat so I can see my little squares here, and each one of these squares represent an inch. So this is our card right here. So this is the base of the card. So I'm going to just move that over, and then here is our little belly band. And then this layer right here is your layer for the inside of your card. And then you have these two pieces here, and these are what go on the top of your card. So that's basically all of our pieces. Now for our happy birthday, that is also a Silhouette Studio file. So I'm going to go down to my folder that I have called Phrases and Words, and I'm going to look for my happy birthday. So for my happy birthday, I am once again using a studio file, and it's this one right here. It's called Happy Birthday Script, and the number, if you are going to go to the Silhouette online store and purchase this, is 41441. So let's go ahead and add that to our mat. Now this is going to be way too big to fit with inside the card. The one thing I also wanted to point out is I am not using this inside piece to put inside the card. So my happy birthday is going to go inside. Let's drag this over. It's going to go inside here. So what we need to do is we really need to resize this. So I'm going to ungroup it, and I'm going to give you the measurements because I've already gone ahead and measured this out. So let's just right click on this and click ungroup, and then we'll just pick just the bottom layer of the happy birthday. And the way I got it to get the size that I wanted was I just took it and moved it inside the box, and then I just kept resizing it down. And since this is going to be the biggest layer here, I just kept resizing until I got it to fit within there once the box closes, because these dashes right here are your score marks, and you want it to fit within between these two score marks. So the actual size for the bottom layer is going to be, the width is 3.645 and the height is 1.75 or 1 3/4. And you're not going to click the lock aspect ratio because you don't want this to be proportioned. So then you can just click apply, and as you can see, it does fit within my 2 score marks. So now what we need to do is get this one the same size or close to it so it fits on top. So I'm just going to start my resizing, and you can bring it over and lay it on top. And I'm going to go ahead and give you those measurements because I'm just a little bit off by doing it manually. So I'm going to tell you what the measurements are. For your width, you're going to make it 3.525, and for your height, you're going to make it 1.64. And then once again, you're going to not select the lock aspect ratio, and you're going to click apply. So now, as you can see, it fits in there the way it should. And then you can just go ahead, and if you want to group it back together, you can if you're making it all the same color. But because I'm not, we're going to lay it on our mat the way we want to cut it with the different color cardstock. So that's basically it. That is how I laid this on my mat. So I want you to go ahead, purchase your images, lay it on the mat, cut it out, and then meet me back at the table and we'll put this card together. Okay, everybody, so now that we've gone and cut everything out with the silhouette, let's go ahead and bring up the supplies so we can put the card together. So now here's my little piece, and that's going to go around our card. And then here is our actual card. So I've already gone ahead and done my scoring so we can put it together. But before we tape it and close it up, we're going to just add our outside pieces here. So I'm going to use, because this paper was double-sided, I'm going to use this side to put on the outside of the card. Now this paper pack I picked up at Joann's, and it is the antique paper is what it's called by Color Book, and it looks like this. It is double-sided, so you have these cardstock right here. So I'm going to go ahead and put my one piece down here, and I'm going to use the ATG gun to do this. So we'll just get some tape on here, and then we'll add our first piece, and I'm going to put this piece on this side. So we'll just add that right there. And then we'll go ahead and we'll add our other piece, and that's just the opposite side of this cardstock here, because our card is going to fold like that. So I'm going to go ahead and put this piece right here. So we'll get some tape on here, and then we'll add this piece as well. And this is going to be a really quick one to put together. So we'll add our piece and press that along there. Now I've gone ahead already and folded on my score marks. So what you're going to do is you're going to fold this piece in, and then you're going to take and fold this piece back, and then you'll do your other side, fold it back like so, and then fold this piece down. So what you'll have is it'll look like a little peak like that. And so you'll do the same thing on the other side, and then what you'll do is you're going to fold this up and fold that in and tape that side in. So you'll have like a little box. So I've already put some double-sided tape on here and some score tape. So then we're just going to, and I want to go ahead and make sure I got my score tape stuck down there so I can peel that off. So we're just going to peel that up, that backing piece up.
Looks like I may have to score it a little bit more so I can get that off of there. So I'm going to press down, and then hopefully it's going to come up. I find sometimes I can't get it. It wants to come up with the tape, and I can't get the backing off, but we got it off there. So we'll fold that in, and then you'll line this up. Oh, I'm sorry, I was out of camera frame. So we'll line that up so it fits like that. And then what we'll do is, I didn't get any on that side, so let's get a piece of score tape on that side. And then we can close up this side as well. Looks like I only did one side on each. So we'll just get our tape and put it on that one. And then we'll go ahead and put it on the other one. Like so. And then we'll just tear that off. That's what I like about the score tape. You can just tear it. So I'll burnish that and tear off that piece. Really quick. Not so quick. And then once again we want to line it up. Make sure we get that on there. Those edges need to come together. So I'm just going to go ahead and press down. So now when you get ready to close it, what you'll do is just fold it like this and then fold back like that. And then it opens like so. So let's do our other side. We'll do the same thing. We'll take our tape back off and we'll line this up along our edges here. And make sure we got that in there. And then we'll do the other side as well. Pull our tape off. And then we'll line that up. And then we'll tape that side down. So now, to close this, we're just going to press down here. And when you score your score marks, make sure you score them very well so that you'll be able to close this up, because you want to close it up like that. And then you'll put your little belly band around, and it meets in the center. Make sure I can get that on there closed. Shouldn't be that difficult. So there, it meets down, and there you have it. There's your closed card. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put my embellishments on, and I'm going to come back with the finished card. Okay everybody, so I am back with my finished card, and this is what it looks like. So I'm going to go over what I did to finish up my card. So now let's go ahead and remove our little belly band here, and we'll talk about the front of the card first. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and taken my Stampin' Up! Pocket Silhouette stamp set, and I've used this before, and it looks like this. And I really like this stamp set because you can do so many different things with the stamp set. And I apologize for that glare. When you need to just add a little something or a little special touch. So I took and stamped those out on my top layer using my Stamp-A-Majig, and the stamp pad that I use is the Stampin' Up! Pacific Point. Now one thing I want to point out is before you put your top layer on, if you are going to be doing any stamping, you should do that first before you put the layer on top of your card. So I ended up taking this off and then stamping and then putting it back on. And then I added my little vases here. Now the vases are Cheery Lynn dies. It's a set of 4 and they look like this. And I'll put the item number down in the description bar so you'll know in case you want to use that stamp die set to make vases if you're going to make the card just like I did. So now let's go ahead and talk about the inside. So I'm going to open this up, and this is what the inside of our card looks like. So she can sit this up like so if she wants. So now I've gone ahead and I've added the happy birthday that we laid out on our mat, and then I've added some clay flowers. Now the way I made these flowers, I used the Martha Stewart Crafter's Clay Nature Starter Kit. So what you get is, I'm going to turn this over, you get your clay, and this is what is known as air clay or crafter's clay, and you'll get a white, a brown, a yellow, a red, and a blue, and then you'll get your tools in the inside to help you make and do your shaping if you want to make these flowers right here. And then you also get molds, and I use the molds to make my flowers. So now, rather than using all the colors that came in the kit, I used the yellow for my center, and I'm going to zoom in so you can see this. So I used yellow for my center, and I used the brown for the stem, and then what I did was I took and did everything else using the white clay, and then I used my Copic markers, these colors here, to go ahead and, along with my airbrush system, and I airbrushed the clay the color that I wanted. And one thing I can tell you about that clay is that you have to make sure that when you open it up and you use it, that you seal it back right away, because it will dry out if you don't seal it. I did have some earlier and I didn't seal it and it dried out. So I recommend that you, once you use it, take it and wrap it in some saran wrap, and then put it inside a baggie, and then put all of that inside an airtight container. And that should keep it where it'll be pliable for you to use in the future. So that's how my inside of my card came out once I put everything together, and I just glued it down into the bottom of the card. So now for my envelope, I did make an envelope, and I used this paper stack by Recollections. It looks like this. And I did once again make another flower using the clay, and I then went ahead and airbrushed it with my Copic markers again to get it the color that I wanted. And then I went ahead and stamped out the word celebrate, and celebrate is from the Make-A-Wish Fiskars stamp set. And I used once again the Stampin' Up! Pacific Point. So that's it, everybody. This is the birthday card that I've made for my grandmother. I'm going to just open it like that so you can see that. So thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.